What the poop, guys? Today we're talking about poop. And good poop is the result of a healthy digestive tract and a healthy, biologically appropriate diet. As we talk today, our goal is to get a healthy digestive tract and healthy diet that produces good poop. You can tell a lot by what's going on in your toilet. Now we're gonna go into, what does my poop mean about me besides diarrhea and constipation, which are two main ones. Floating poop can mean undigested fat and gut flora issues. Undigested fat, you're gonna wanna do like the bile supplements. Ox bile is one you can take. HCl will help you digest fat as well. Gut flora issues usually show up in like frothy or bubbly poop. And that just means that like the gut flora are respirating as well, like they do that. And if they're respirating a lot, you fart a lot. And so if those ones that are respirating a lot end up in your poop, it's probably gonna look frothy or bubbly or floaty. And that can be solved by probiotics, or it can probably also be solved just by some patience. I don't know about you, but I seriously don't fart on the carnivore diet. I don't feel like I've really farted. I don't think I did on keto or GAPS either. I think it's really just the grains that make me do that. And I imagine that's like individual to my gut flora. I've noticed that since my man's been on keto, way less gas. And my kids as well, much to their dismay, because them making loud farts is like the highlight of their life. Other pooping problems, stinky poops. This can be the gut flora thing that we just talked about. And I know you guys get annoyed with me that I talk about gut flora so much. I'm talking about the digestive system. Your digestive system has like a bazillion gut flora. I gotta talk about it, sorry. Stinky poops can be the gut flora thing. It can be stuff dying off, like parasites that are dying off. And then it can also be ketone production. So when you first go into ketosis, your ketone production goes way up. Like your body doesn't know what it's doing. It just knows like, oh my gosh, I need ketones now to run your brain. And so it makes a bazillion ketones, and it's got to exit somewhere, the byproducts of making all of those and all of the extra ones. And so it'll come out like your breath will stink, or your sweat will stink, or your pee will stink, or your poop can stink. And it's just like your body, like I said, it has an awesome detoxification system. So if it makes too much of something, it gets rid of it. And so if your poop, like you just started keto or you just started carnivore and your poop's super stinky, it could be just ketones. Not a big deal. It'll go away. Once you're fat adapted, it'll go away. And that's usually around a month of being strict. Small poops. Not a problem. And this is where a lot of people get messed up. They think they're constipated because they haven't gone in 3 or 4 days. You're not constipated. You're just eating food you digest. Just because you're used to eating a bunch of food that you can't digest does not mean that that's your body's normal state. If you're eating food you digest, you're not straining, you're not having diarrhea, you're probably good. Don't fix what's not broken. The best foods for good poops. Your best diet should result in perfect poops. So perfect poops are that one on the Bristol stool scale. They should hold together. They should come out easily. You shouldn't have to wipe a ton. Those are your good poops. That means that like really all that's in there is a little bit of mucus. So your digestive system is lined with mucus. It's supposed to be your stomach is lined with mucus. That's how like your stomach acid doesn't eat through your stomach. So your whole system is lined with mucus. So that should make the poops easy to come out. Too much mucus is usually a sign of like IBS, like a digestive system issue, gut flora imbalance, or a lot of times a virus. Like the only time that I've seen it with my kids is when they had a virus, they'd have really mucusy poops. It's just your system's trying to clean out. So like your nose runs and it does the same thing in your digestive system. Your body's smart. It's just trying to clean everything out. It's doing a good job. So your best diet should result in perfect poops. Carnivore, I'm a huge fan of that right now. All meat or all animal products, as long as you tolerate them well. It's working super well. GAPS, which is gut and psychology syndrome, which is based on the specific carbohydrate diet. If you don't want to be in ketosis, you don't want to do carnivore. If you want to eat a meat heavy GAPS or SCD diet, I have tons on that. That's what I started with my daughter like 10 years ago now. This is how I got on that's how I made that transition from eating junk food, Otter Pops, croissants, sugar, carbs. That's how GAPS and SCD, like they're life-changing. We didn't do it for digestion. We did it for autism recovery. And like it gave me my daughter. I cannot, even though I'm doing carnivore now, which is different than that. And I have my kids on like meat-based keto. I can never say enough good things about the GAPS diet as far as being able to heal a body, especially someone that isn't comfortable completely going without the plants or completely going low carb. GAPS and SCD, if you have questions, just ask them down below. I'm super passionate about helping you get started on those diets if that's what you want to do. And I have tons and tons and tons of resources. Most of them are free. More stuff for more dietary changes that you can make to get good poops. Low fiber. Like, the study just doesn't lie. The studies that are showing that fiber is helpful are really weak, and they're kind of like drawing conclusions that aren't really there. When they study taking out fiber, like not reducing it a little bit, but like drastically reducing it or going to no fiber, they're showing that people's digestive systems improve in like 48, 72 hours. Like people that have had chronic diarrhea, like going to the bathroom 12, 14 times a day for years, or chronic constipation where there's just a lot of strain and blah with bowel movements, they're showing that this just improves so quickly. And so I know it's against common advice, and I know it's kind of hard to do stuff that's counterculture, but if you can see results in 72 hours or 3 or 4 days, go ahead and give it a try. Just like drastically reduce your fiber and see how you do. So then the carnivore diet for extreme cases, I definitely recommend it. Like if it's a choice between being uncomfortable or having to go to the bathroom all the time and always feeling blah and feeling great, like you can do without the foods, you'll be okay. Like the quality of life, if you can get your digestion under control, is so awesome. And then also your body has the ability to heal. Like it's very likely that you'll be able to provide all that healthy protein, healthy fats, and not be stuck on this super restrictive diet for the rest of your life. If you want a cheat sheet hand holding to the carnivore diet, I have my 30-day carnivore meal plan, which is me pretty much walking you through the first 30 days of the carnivore diet. I've got much more than a meal plan in there. I've got like pretty much everything I would want to tell you if we were talking on the phone in a consult thing. And I do consults, not right now, I'm full right now, but I do consults from time to time. So if you want to do that later in the fall when I have openings again, you can leave a comment down below and I can try that. And then you can try that. And then of course you can definitely do the carnivore diet without me. You don't need my products. You just need to eat meat, drink water. Like it's a very simple thing. But if you need a little bit more hand holding, I do have stuff for you.